Good morning everyone and welcome to the craft room. I'm Ellie Barnes. I'm glad you're able to join me today. Now before we get into it, I need to make sure that I am going live in the right place and that you're all able to see me. So just bear with me for a minute and let me make sure that this is happening. Yes, I think we've got it happening now. So I just wanted to say, look, normally I come to you and I'm all prepared. I've got an idea of what I'm making. I've even done a sample to make sure it's okay. But today's a different day. Today we're going to create together from scratch. I have not had time to pull together anything to prepare. So I've quickly grabbed out some inks, some papers, a stamp set that I know we're going to be able to use. And it's called Sending Sheer with its matching dies, so that we'll be able to make some Christmas tags. But your guess is as good as mine what they're going to look like, because with the week we've had here in this family, I have not had a chance to get in here and do any preparation. So I'm going to turn you down to the table and we'll get started. And if you've got any suggestions along the way, just type them in and I'll be happy for your advice and your help. So let's get started. I'll get you down to the table. These things happen when life gets in the way, but we all cope with it, don't we? We have to. Unfortunately, we've been dealing with matters at the school, and I'll get this in the right place. Matters at the school, matters for Miss Bella things going not quite the way she'd like it, and social media problems. So I've spent my week looking after her. So that's why we've got nothing prepared, but we are going to use this set, and we are going to end up with 4 Christmas tags at the end of this. And I can tell you the only thing I know is I'm going to do a Christmas tag with a present, a gingerbread man, a stocking, and a Santa hat. So that's what we're doing. That's as far as I've got organised. You can see I've never normally pulled out so many stamp pads in my life, and I've got piles of coloured paper, but we'll get through this and at the end we'll have some tags that we can use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Christmas stocking. And I did, just before we start, pull together or put out the stamp sets that we need. So I'll grab some paper and we'll get started with some stamping. And I'll bring in the stamp mat. And I'm just wondering what colour Christmas stocking I'm going to do. I thought I would use this piece of paper because it had lots of stockings on it. So I think we might do maybe a mossy meadow stocking with a red top. That might be the way to go, so that it links in with that. So let's get our mossy meadow stamp pad. I hope you've all had better weeks than I have. Now, we'll just stamp him in the corner here. Is that a bit dark for our stocking? No, it'll be fine. We'll make this work. Together we will come up with some tags. And I will pull out the real red, and he can have a fluffy real red top. Now I've got to get my head in here and get this over the right spot. There we go. We're on the way. We will have a stocking tag about to happen. So first of all, I'm going to pull this out and we'll cut out our stocking, but I'm also going to cut out a tag. And that way, I hope we're still going live and we haven't jammed. Mine's showing we've jammed or disappeared. But I'll just check the camera. it's showing that I'm still going live, so hopefully I am. Give me a thumbs up if you can see me and it's all still working. I'm just going to, I hate it when the technology plays up. Yes, it's still working. Now, I'm going to cut out one of the two of these, one in heavy cardstock and one with the pretty paper, the stocking DSP. I am a little bit ruffled today, I guess you could say. Now, I did have scissors. As I said, I pulled a few things out and I thought, we can do this together. So we'll need a bit of that. And I'm going to cut the corner off here. And then I'm going to bring in, oh, I need to stamp a greeting, don't I? What am I going to stamp? What greeting will we have on this one? What about just for you? We'll do that. I'll do that in the Mossy Meadow as well, I think. Now, I might do it in real red. I know. I'll pull in some of the other colours from the background and I'll do it in Pick and Pie. So I'm just going to whip that one on here. I'll put that over there. And we'll cut that out too. And I'll show you which dies I'm going to use for which bits. And then we'll take that off the road. We'll bring in the cut and emboss machine. So let's do some of these. Now this one I need to be quite precise, so I might just put him through on his own so that I know we've got him coming out exactly how I want it. It looks like it needs to go up a fraction. Yeah, had it nearly there. That looks better. Let's see how we went. Oh, that looks good. We've got that happening okay. And then I should have actually shown you what we can do. I might actually quickly stamp another one of those. I've got an idea of something to show you, so bear with me while I quickly whip up another one, just like that one, because I've got an idea. That's what happens when you start doing it live, isn't it? You just come up with new ideas as you go. Oh, well. Oh, that didn't work. I need my stamp mat back. Let's do it up here. Oh, Ellie, you didn't leave room for the stocking top. Now we put him back and get rid of that one. Fluster myself. Mind you, when I'm stamping and creating, I do start to relax and enjoy life a bit more. Oh, that's even better than the first. Perhaps I was meant to do that. Oh, she laughs at herself. So we'll just whip that out. I know I should be more careful and not waste paper, but we'll whip that out. Get that out of the road for the minute. Bring this back in. Now, we don't want to spend all day on this machine, so I'll see if I can do more than one thing at a time. That looks good. And I'll take this piece because I want one of these. And I'll show you why when we put it all together. Right, we have another stocking. You go over there, get the rubbish out of the way. We have one of those. So I have two stockings now. and I have a blank piece to put my stocking on, but I want to cut one of these out. And where did I put my other little, here he is. Now there is a little tag here. This one here, it's oval shaped, that I'm going to put around the For You. And cut those two pieces out. Now, we've got everything we need just about to put this one together. So I'll pop you back over there out of the road for the minute. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp on the back of here, and I will use the pecan pie again since I've done the For You in pecan pie. And I'm stamping to and from. But I'm also going to take one of these stockings and show you that you can just use the stocking itself. So that one, as simple as that, becomes a quick tag. But this one we're going to snazz up a bit. So on this side, I'm going to glue these two together. And get this glue happening. Come on, Mr. Glue. And I just want a little dab up there so it sticks up there too. And I'm just going to push these two into place. Now, this one that I haven't stamped on, oh, I've just moved it as it sat down. There we go. That's better. I don't need this tag because I'm going to use that one, so I'm just going to cut that off like so. And I'm going to use dimensionals to make him stand up. There we go. We'll just pull these off. And I'm just going to put him all like there, maybe like there. Like that. So he's on there, and then that one will go there. So I'm going to use, what have I got today? I might actually use some real red on this and bring some more red into it. Hopefully we can get it through. We will get it through. I have a little trick to get things like this through. I need to take that, but I don't want the font. I think I showed you this last week or the week before. I'm going to use the ball on the end there. I'm going to fold it in half and use the ball to push the ribbon through. That way you don't have to thread it or spend time trying to get it right. And because I've got it in half, I'm just going to then open up that circle there and pull those through. Then I don't have to tie a knot or anything. I just then can get that through like so. And I've got my little tag. I'll just trim my ends. And I can tie that onto a present or even just stick it on and leave those ends flapping. So there's one tag, or two tags, very quickly done from this set. And as I said, you can do it with like this one, or you can do it just on its own. One down. Let's put those up here. Now let's do our gingerbread man. Oh, actually, no, I might do a present. Let's brighten it up. Pull in a different colour. So I'm going to use, this time, Granny Apple Green for my present. And I'm going to do two presents. So one's going to have Poppy Parade ribbon. In fact, I might just use these two colours and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And I'm going to need a bow. So we'll bring in this piece of paper again. And the first present I'll do is green. What else? I might do a different colour. Green. Get that clean, and I might, that's using my chamois. I might do shaded spruce, just something a little bit different. I'll do a red present actually. What do we have? There we go, a Poppy Parade present. And then with shaded spruce, I'm going to put a ribbon on this one. Oh, no, I can't. Have I got enough room? Yes. Did you get my head in there? Okay. Not quite perfect, but it's fine. And then on this one, I'm going to cut a ribbon out. So I'll show you how that's done. And what do? We better do something on this one. I think we'll do a no peeking. We can put that over here so we aren't wasting all this cardstock. We might have to do it again. No peeking. No, I think I'll go with the first one. And what else will we have on the other one? What have I got? I might do the For You again. And that's just, this is, sorry, I'm off camera. I'm just cleaning the stamp. And I'm going to do For You in, I'll do it in shaded spruce. Right. Get those out of the way. Let's get some cutting happening again. Once again, we're going to use, I need some, I don't even know what I'm doing. We're going to use some cardstock for this. And one of them I'm going to use Real Red. So we'll use Real Red for, this one will cut out here. Let's think this through, Ellie. This will cut out the no peeking. We've got that to cut out. I need to cut out a ribbon. Actually, we might use Real Red as its background. We might use a different colour. I think I might use some of this one, Lemon Lime Twist. Now, where did I put that? I've thrown things away and I can't find them. This one. Lemon Lime Twist. So we'll get all this through. I need that one with that one. That one with that one. I need to find that little one too. Where did I throw that little one? In all my hurry. We don't need, this is where if I don't put them back on their spots, I lose them. Well, we will find it. I need this one. Is going to be with this one. And these two. I'm going to end up maybe with 8 tags at the rate I'm going. Put this aside again, put this aside. And can't find what I was looking for. This is what happens, isn't it? When you're, I've always lose a die. It's not under here. Don't know what I've done with it. We'll have to go without, unless it comes up. Ooh. Let's do this. Let's get these through. So we're going to put through our present. We'll get him over the side so we can do more than one at a time. We'll put through no peeking. We might put that over the side here. Oh, that's not going to fit. Or is it? No. I thought that might fit there. See how it goes. We'll see what it looks like. But it doesn't look like it's going to fit to me. And then we'll put this one on the bottom here. And we'll run it through. If that no peeking doesn't fit, we'll come up with something else. Have a look what it's like. Any suggestions? Right, I have my backing for one. I have a present. Ooh, didn't cut that very well. It'll do. I'll show you how we can fix that. No pegging didn't fit. I thought that might have been the die that went with it, but not to be. And this present, we're just going to cut out the present part. Actually, I think I can do it by hand, but we'll do it. We'll let the machine do the work. And we'll cut out the bow. Right. Now, we don't need the present again. So we'll just pop these out of the road. I do want to, I'm going to take off plates 2 and 3, my 2 and 3s, and I'm going to emboss the back of the present. So I'm going to take the cut and emboss folder. It's just an emboss folder, and I'm going to just highlight some of the words and things on it. I've got the word Santa there, and this one needs the other plate by the looks of it. Oh, it might be all right. Let's see how we go. No, it's too thin. See, it's sliding through. So we need, this is a thinner embossing folder, so we need to ensure by putting down plate 1 plate 2, as well as this plate. We have thicker embossing folders and thinner ones, and this is one of the thinner ones. And I should know because the thicker ones have 3D written on them and this one doesn't. So let's pull this out of the road now. And there's my tie. I knew I'd find it. I do want to get him, so we're going back. Sorry, we'll get there. We'll just quickly whip this one through. There we go. I'll make sure the dough goes not on the floor, which it did. Dear me. Ah, dear me. Okay, what have we got? We've got this and this. I suppose you get the gist that that's no peeking. And you can see I've lost some of the colour there, so I'm just going to get my shaded spruce pen. And I'm just going to give this a flick. And this one's a bit thin, so I'll give it a flick too. There you go. No one will ever know that that happened. And, oh, I should have cut a white one for that too. We might just quickly do that. Because I can't write on the back of that one. So, one more cut. This is how I normally jump around. Oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. That's why I like to have had it all prepared, so then you guys don't get the mess I create while making it for the first time. But we can do this together and you get to see what it's like for real when I'm mucking around. So these two again I'm going to glue together. Like so. So now I've got a white back I can write on and it's flat. Oh, I like that with the word Santa. I'm going to have to do my present to the side. Now for this one, I'm going to cut across the top and I'm going to glue this bow on, like so. Oh, I didn't need it all the way up the top. Okay, so I'm going to just get a wipe. Throw that down and just gently wipe off this excess at the back and let that dry. Now while that's drying, I'm going to take my stamp to and from and on the back of this one I'm going to use some real red. No, Poppy Parade I'd use for this one. Oh, come on. My Poppy Parade isn't very strong. I need to re-ink it. I'll just pop it up on this. I find if you're stamping on a stamp mat, it does stamp a lot better. There we go. And I need to clean this again because I want to swap to real red for the other one. And that's going to be this one. To match the real red of the ribbon. So for this one, I'm going to use, we might use a bit of gold twine. Oh, there's a bit, I can use that. Right. And I'm going to go, again, folding in half. But this time I'm just going to push through these two. So I'm using the hole that's there for the ribbon in the middle. And then I'll just pull that through. And there we go. And for this one, again, I'll use some dimensionals on the back. Now I'm just going to work out where I want to put it. I think I want to see the word Santa, but it's very hard, isn't it? I'll just have to go that way. Get those off. And put that on there. I need to cut that. Got to get your, I don't want that hanging out. There we go. And I might use, I did real red ribbon there, but maybe I will use, I might use the real red again actually. This time, I'm not going to put on this little tag. Or should I? Should I put that on? I suppose I could, couldn't I? Again, I've folded it in half. I've put, folded in half and put it, I do it that way. And then just push through the two pieces and it slipped to the side. There we go. And there we go, we've got another two tags. Now I didn't put bling on the first one. Let's put some bling on it. What have we got? This one I won't put, oh no, I think I'll leave it. This one I think I'll use these. These are our in colour dots. And I think I will put this one on. I need the other pick. Where's the other pick? No, it must be over here somewhere. I'll just swap. It's easy to swap them out. Just twist and pull. And easy, I say, and then I'm fiddling around with it. Why won't it go in? There. And I just want to add some bling behind here. You go there. I'm trying to put it in between the words. and you can come down here. So there we go. We've got a little bit of bling on that one. And I'll leave that one. This one I didn't put a tie on. Look at this. Now, I'll show you where we're at. We're halfway. We're halfway. We have these two. And we have this one and this one. So, I'm just going to put that one through there. Like so. So we're halfway now. This one I need to put something on it, don't I? I had some, didn't I have some? Because it's a bit old worldy and I've used the pecan pie, I think I'll put a few bits of gold on it. And I'm going to put this one on the stocking. Just in some of these little stars. No, I want to go over there. Go over into the star. And then one up here. Like so. So there's halfway mark. With the simple and the more involved. Now we're going to do our gingerbread man. And for our gingerbread man, I also have some of this paper. This is the same as the stocking paper, and it's out of the St. Nick set. And it's got lots of, I'll put it straight and you'll be able to see it. It's got lots of gingerbreads and things on it. So I'm actually just going to cut a piece here, and I'm going to make sure that he's on it so that I can then stick my gingerbread man to the side. So we'll have that piece for the backing, and I need another piece of that for the backing. So there's the backing. Now we need to bring in our paper that we're stamping on. I've now found it. Here it is. And I'm going to stamp 2 gingerbreads. So we've got him here. And I'm using, I wonder if I should, I'm going to have a look. I don't know whether I should be using this one. Oh, he looks all right, actually. There's a hair on him. We don't need that hair. So, oh, he could be a bit dark. Maybe we'll try it in crumb cake as well and see which looks best. So we'll just give this a little clean. And we'll give him a go in crumb cake. Ooh. I don't know. I actually think I like the darker one. I think I'm going to keep the darker one. And I need 2, so let's do another one in pecan pie. What do you think? Or will we do, I'll tell you what, we'll do one of each and we can have a look when we're finished. And I've just stuck my finger in the ink. So we're going to now, you can stamp or cut out the hearts. I'm going to do both. No. Well, yeah, I'll do both. So you can see. So let's get this stamp for a minute. And we'll use the real red. And I'm just going to line them up and stamp there for that one. And I need to get out, I'm actually going to grab another stamp pad, Early Espresso, because we need a face on our gingerbread man. So where's his face? Where's that block? We'll use this one. Not the most ideal shape block for it, but it'll do. Oh, he's a happy gingerbread man. So is this one. Right. So we're going to cut out our gingerbread men. And which will we do today, this with? Let's change it up. We have another little saying, open me. We might use that one. And I know that will fit in the circle. So because this is going to be quite dark, I am just going to use the real red. And I'm just going to use this block here. There we go. I have blocks and stamps and the desk is a mess. And I think you can see. But we'll get there. We're getting there now. So we'll cut out these two gingerbread men. Because we're going to put them through the big shot. And we need our die. And it has a loop at the top, so we'll be able to make another one of those. And we need to cut out open me. And I also was going to cut out, this all aside, out of some red paper. We had some red paper, or this bit will do. 3 little hearts. Now that's going to be fiddly to glue. So I'm going to put a bit of backing down here on this piece of paper. Now this is our, what do they call it? I use it all the time. Multi-purpose adhesive sheets. And what's the beauty about this is, I'm just trying to get this open, is that these, cut the bits off we don't need, otherwise they'll stick to the plate and then the plate will get sticky. These are great because this is going to turn these little hearts into stickers. So now we've got everything we need to cut. We'll put them aside, put this aside and bring in our big shot. And its plates are over here. So first things we're going to cut, well, we can cut out our sticker. We can put that just, we've got so much of it. We'll just put that on the edge. We'll cut out, oh, we didn't leave him enough room. I didn't leave either of them enough room. I might have to do him again, but we'll cut him, we'll do him again. We'll cut this one out. Actually think it's better in the pecan pie. He looks nicer. So we'll do another one. Come on, right position. This one's going on the backing, so we don't need. You go over the side, so we don't waste it all. You can come here with our little circle. Now I had it, dropped it, moved it. Oh dear me. We'll find it in a sec. We'll just get this one through then. Now, they're going to be our, oh, there's our circle that was underneath. they're going to be our stickers. They're still in the die. Now, where is our circle gone? There's our gingerbread man. Now we'll put this through again. This time we'll cut this one and this one. Yeah, that's going to work. Now I'm just going to put this over the side again because I do want to stamp another gingerbread man. So we'll get rid of that piece of paper. We'll get rid of that one. We have that one. Now we need to cut one of those, and I need to stamp another gingerbread man, and we'll cut him out. So we'll bring in our mat and our piece of paper, our gingerbread man. We'll give him a bit of a clean. And we need his face. So we'll use the early espresso for the face. Oh, one eye didn't work. Do you know what? I'm going to muck that up if I try and do that again. So, again, with the magic of pens, I am going to grab my early espresso marker and colour his eye in. There we go. Sometimes if you try to restamp, I find, even though they're clear stamps, you can miss slightly, and then it's all over Red Rover for that picture and you start again. Okay, let's get these last two things cut out. One of these and our gingerbread man. I think this little gingerbread man is rather cute. Now, die with the dies. All the dies are together. Hopefully we won't lose another one today. Oh dear me. Now, let's get putting things together. Let's start with this little one. So you can see he's got his little loop at the top. I'm just going to push these hearts out. They are tiny to deal with, but we will get them on. I know some people don't like working with such fiddly things, but I find if you use your pick, right, we've got the backing off. He's now round the wrong way, but we'll put him round the right way on my pick. And I'll just put him in place like so. So that your pick is doing the work of the fiddly work for you. So yeah, it's a bit of a judge. Don't push it too hard until you've got it exactly where you want it. And last one. I should have stamped the back before I started doing this because it's not going to be perfectly flat now, but we'll manage. So there he is. We'll bring our mat in and we're going to stamp, and I'll use real red again on both of these. we're going to stamp to and from, and to and from. These are actually quite fun to make. I'm really having a bit of fun here, creating them and making them. I hope you're enjoying watching them. But it just goes to show you can go out and buy them. Yes, they're cheap, but gee, it makes such a difference when you do your own. And people really do appreciate getting something that's handmade. And we just want a little bit up there, as I said last time. And we'll put that together. And while that's drying, we'll cut the top off our gingerbread man, because he doesn't need a loop. And we'll get our dimensionals, and well, let's work out where he's going. Because we want him to be friends with this gingerbread man. So I think he's going to go like that. So that gives, when I turn it over, gives me an idea. That side doesn't need dimensionals. So we'll just make sure they're on this side. And I don't want a full one on his head. So I'm just going to cut a bit off the side here. Don't forget to always use every part of your dimensional sheet. So now we can put him on. With his mate. And we need some bling. And this time I'm going to use, I think I want some red bling. Might have another one of those here. Yes. Hopefully there's some red left on this one. May not be. I've used so much of these. I love these festive gems. Doesn't look like there is red. No red on there. And I don't know. Oh, yes, there's red on this one. Come on out. It's stuck. It's just got stuck there. There's red on this one. I just want to put some red on him. So, not on the gingerbread man, but around him. Just to help him sparkle a bit. Over here, just to help him sparkle. And to keep the sparkling going, I'm going to use this. This is our gold trim. So I'm going to give him some gold trim. And again, I'll change my pick end over. If I use the point, it goes right through the ribbon, and that's not what we want. We don't want to split the ribbon. So let's just hold that there. Through one, through two. Got a little bird chirping away outside my window. I have a bottle brush plant outside my window and I can hear him chirping away. I don't know if you can. Right, push that through. Doing it all off camera, of course, because you don't need to see. Sorry about that. And there is that tag. And this one, this time, I'm just going to give it a white ribbon, a white piece of string. And just push him through. Go on through. Make a loop, pull them through, and he's done. We might just trim that a bit, it's a bit long. There we go, let's get everything off for a minute. So there's that set. again, both with to and from on the back. A very plain, normal, quick, simple one, and one that's a bit more pretty, a bit more sparkle. Lastly, we're going to do the Santa hat. Now, Santa doesn't have a stamp set, so we're going to do it all with dies. But I'm not going to leave him out. I am going to do some stamping for him. Now we need that die, this die, and where's his pom-pom? Oh, come on. And his pom-pom. Right. So they're the dies I'm going to use. I'm going to use some basic white for the base and the pom-pom, and some real red, which we need another sheet. Here we are. Just cut a bit off here. We're going to cut it twice actually, so I'm going to show you how we're going to make this. And I actually want to cut for the back. I need, well, I'll need to do it out of the stiffer cut. I'll know what I'm talking about in a minute. I need to do some out of the stiffer cardboard. So we'll just cut those ends off. And I want to, on one of them, take, he's over here. Well, we might use the Open Me as well. So let's stamp the Open Me. For the circle. Now I'm just going to clean that. And I'm going to put him over there so I can use him again. Then I want to take what colour background will I use? I might use the Granny Apple green background, so I will make these. I want to cut out some of those. And I did have some beads, some berries, not beads, berries. I've just whipped that on the other side for a minute. I'll cut out some of those. I'll get rid of that. So I'm going to cut out all those little bits. Now let's see if I can make sure I do everything. I need 2 hats is what I do need though, in red. And I also need some more thick cardstock. That's not thick cardstock. I have another piece somewhere. No, let's grab a piece out. That was a card, but we can use that. To cut out that bit. So we need that bit. Oh, we need, I was going to use some Granny Apple green as well, wasn't I? So I'll need a piece of that. So there we go. Let's get some of this happening now. I need those. We'll bring in our Big Shot. Oh, that's the old name. That's the old one. This is the cut and emboss machine. Now, if you're like me and you can see all the circles are stuck there, you can either just scratch them with your finger, or often scratching the other plate along it will get them off and out of your road. Especially if you've got quite a few you need to get rid of. That's the quickest way. So we're going to cut out one of those, one of those, one of these. We need to cut out the leaves and the berries. And that looks a pretty full load for this. So we'll take this one through. And I'll move that so that I can put all the bits that we've cut out where we need them. We don't need those again, so they can go on top of my die page. So we have Open Me and some berries and some holly. And we have that piece. And we have a hat that needs some nudging. So just swap those over again. And if I push him in one corner, he'll come out. Now, there are things we need these for again. We need, I need to cut out, that's some heavy cardstock, that's heavy cardstock too. I need another Santa's hat. I need one of those. And we need some of these. The bottom of the hat and the top pom-pom. So we now run these through. Now, if you only had the small cut and boss machine, you would have to run them through one at a time. So what have we got now? We've got that piece. Mr. Gingerbread, we don't need you. We have that piece. We don't need that again. We don't need that. We have a Santa's bottom of his hat and his pom-pom. And we have another Santa's hat. And I need one more Santa's hat in thick cardstock, and I'll show you why when we put these together. Right, that might be our last. If I've done this correctly, we're in the home stretch. I'll pop all these pieces off, pop our dies back on our die sheet. And let's see what we've got to put together. We have a hat. Where did the white hat go? Didn't I cut out a white hat? I did. Oh, is it in the die still? It is. Of course it is. So we have a hat with its back. We have those two to go together. We have a pom-pom for each. And we have all the bits for this one. So, first thing I'm going to do is bring in my stamp mat. And we'll stick with Real Red for, here it is. Try and find it. And this will go that way, so I have to stamp on this side. And I want to stamp on this white one. Actually, have I real red or Poppy Parade? It's Poppy Parade, but that's all right. Poppy Parade's a bit lighter and a bit more orange in it than real red, but no one will notice. So I'm going to now take the Santa's hat and glue that together. Right, done a bit of a wiggle all over. I find it's so much easier if I hold them and I push them into place. There we go. And then on this side, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue on the end here. And which way am I going to have it go? That way? I think that way. So I'm just going to run some glue along the bottom. Like so. And I'll let that dry. And this one will be the same. We'll run some glue along the bottom. And just at the end. Now I want to emboss again, and I'm not going to use the same embossing folder. I'm going to use this one, which is out of the annual catalogue, and it's called Fern. But it makes lovely, it looks exactly like Christmas trees. So I'm just looking around, which way am I going to do it? I think I'm going to do it that way because I want it to look good. So I'm going to put it through like that. Now, question is this a 3D embossing folder or not? It is. So it tells me that when I set my cut and emboss machine up, I only need my plate 1 and my plate 4. And you can see it's tight, and that's what we want. And if I'd looked earlier when I was doing the other stamp, the other one, what's it called? Christmas Tidings, I would have known what to do. So this time I'm now going to glue these two together, and you can see it's got that lovely fern look. Perhaps you can't see if I hold it closer. All over is covered in ferns, and this one's standing out more because the 3D means it has different levels of how much stands out. So it gives you a nice little pattern. A little bit up the top. Let's get it in place. Now, we're going to put our Santa hat on like so, I think. So down here in the bottom, which way? I might hang it down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back here. And a little bit on this one. And on this one, Oh no, I'm used dimensionals, won't I? What was I thinking? So his hat part. Now, here's a trick. This little piece was stuck onto my plate. It's the piece out of here. And I'm going to try and get him in. There we go. He's in place. And he's covered up. So, now, he doesn't have a hole in his hat. And I am going to put some bling on. Now, what colour bling will I put on this one? Maybe I'll do silver. We haven't done silver, so let's do some silver. I could put a bit of bling on his hat, but I'm not sure if he needs it. Or we could put some in here, couldn't we? I know what we're going to do. By golly, I've got it. We'll put one over here and one over here. Because this is Santa, it has to be special. Let's get the Winker Stella out. Give it a bit of a squeeze. And we'll add some sparkle. Oh, actually, you can see this got a little bit of a reddish tinge in it, but I don't mind that. It's just because I used it to do some painting the other day. And we'll put some sparkle on this one. Yes, you can use some ink and your Winker Stella as a little paintbrush. And then you have nice sparkly bit of paint going through. Now, oh, if I got him, no, that was just a bit of glue. We can get that off. A little bit of glue seeped through. And there we go. So let's stick with silver now. We've changed to silver. We'll put silver on this hat, just a bit of trim. It's like a string, this one. When I find some scissors, I'll just grab them over out of the box. And again, just push it through. Push it through, make a loop and pull it through. And the other one, I will use the silver trim ribbon. So this comes in a set, silver and gold. And I'm going to be using a bit for Christmas, I can tell you. And once again, we'll swap this over. I'd be lost without these picks. Take a pick, my favourite tool. I'm pushing through 1 and 2. Yep, we've slipped. He's through enough, I think. There we go. And we're just about finished. I know it's probably been a long time today, but that's what happens when I'm not so prepared. But we have made 8 tags. So it doesn't take long to make a tag. So there we have it. And look, if I lean my little open me on the side, you'll never know he had a hole in his hat. And again, to and from on the back. So we've got the Santa hats. We have the gingerbreads. We have the presents. And we have the stockings. Each one of these can be done, as I said, just on its own very quickly if you need a tag, or you can smarten it up or make it a bit more flashy by adding a backing tag on it. These are also ideal, and I did grab out to show you. These are also ideal for these. Now, Stampin' Up has these little gift tag bags. They're called the Classic Gift Card Envelope. Nice size for your gift card. You fold it over, put your card in, fold over, and in fact I've got, these aren't gift cards, but I've got a card here. So here's my gift card going in. Fold it over. Now you can have that one of these on the front, or you can do it in paper. Well, let's do it in paper, and you can put paper around the base, or cut a square piece of paper for the front and put your gingerbread man on, or you can just put him on like that. This is a bit like what it would look like if you did the paper. You don't need the string then. So it's just up to you what you can do. But that's a quick way, and I'll show, if you have a look on my Facebook page during the week, I'll make one with I'll make one of these with each one of these. You'll be able to see how I pull it together. All right, you've seen this. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. As I said, this is endless amount of things you can do with this little set. These are great too, these pictures to put on cards, and we might look at that next week. All right, I'm going to turn you back up to me. Hopefully you won't get too dizzy. Let's see, we're going to just do this and this, and then we'll go back up here. Right, hopefully you've been able to see that and see that it's quite easy to pull together some gift tags, and you'll be able to do that yourself if you're interested. As I said, the set is called Sending Cheer, and I can help you if you need to get one of those sets. Just give me a hoy and we can organise for you to get one so you can make some tags. Now, we will pull together the gift card tags during the week, card holders, so that you can see what they look like. And next week, I might pull a card together, or a card or two together, using the same set, so that you can see this set is very versatile and you'll be able to get a lot of use out of it. All right, I hope you have a nice day. We're hoping for a quieter week without as much drama as we had this week. And then I'll be a lot more prepared for you. Have a good time today and for the weekend. Our weather's warming up. Hopefully you get to enjoy the Cup, the Melbourne Cup. If you're in Ballarat and you want something to do in the morning before the Cup, I'll be at the Robin Hood doing coffee and cards, and we're making 2 Christmas cards. So come along and have a Christmas card. Make a Christmas card and have a coffee with me. Look forward to seeing you all next week, and enjoy your week. Bye-bye.